Hello everyone, my name is Rita Solanki and I welcome you all to the video of our short story, and our short story that too is the third short story. Its name is A Day's Wait. A Day's Wait, it is a story written by Ernest Hemingway. In short, he is known as Ernest Hemingway. He is a very famous writer from America. His full name was Ernest Hemingway. He was born in 1899, July 21st, and he died on July 22nd, 1961. He was an American journalist, novelist, short story writer, and a sportsman. His economical and understated style, which he termed the iceberg theory, had a strong influence on 20th century fiction, while his adventurous lifestyle and his public image brought him admiration from the later generations. Hemingway produced most of his works between the mid-1920s and the mid-1950s. He even won the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1954. He published 7 novels, 6 short story collections, and 2 non-fiction works. 3 of his novels, 4 short story collections, and 3 non-fiction works were published posthumously. And many of his works are considered the classics of American literature. The writing of books occupied Hemingway for most of the post-war years. He remained based in Paris, but he traveled widely for the skiing, bullfighting, fishing, and hunting that by then had become part of his life and formed the background for much of his writings. The iceberg theory, also known as theory of omission, is a style of writing coined by American writer Ernest Hemingway, and he is our writer of the short story. The theory is also named because just as only a small part of an iceberg is visible above the water, Hemingway's stories presented only a small part of what was actually happening. Alternatively speaking, Ernest Hemingway's iceberg theory is his strategy of fiction writing in which most of the story is hidden, much like an iceberg underneath the water. The largest percentage of an iceberg is underwater, not visible, and is subsequently the strongest part of the iceberg. In the same way, the strongest part of a Hemingway story is what is hidden from the reader and is revealed later. Hemingway developed the style as a result of being a journalist, a profession which requires conciseness due to space restraint in printed newspapers. Hemingway believed that the application of the iceberg theory created the perfect short story, and the more details the writer strips away, the more powerful the story is. The iceberg and iceberg theory described above subsequently related to the Ernest Hemingway and his style of writing. A Day's Wait is the third short story in our syllabus, and today we are going to start this story, which is about a 9-year-old boy whose name is Sats. It is a very beautiful story depicting the inner conflict of that young boy, and it is, again, I would like to say that a very beautiful story written by Ernest Hemingway, an American writer who has performed as a journalist, novelist, a short story writer, and he was famous for his adventurous life in the younger generation of America. This story, when we are talking about a single day of this young boy called Sats, Ernest Hemingway has very beautifully narrated the inner conflict, inner thoughts. I hope this introduction has provided you enough ground to initiate the story, that is A Day's Wait, and it is a story about the 9-year-old boy named Sats.